For many people, life is one gigantic puzzle, and the pieces never quite fit together. There is always one piece that seems to be missing. If the puzzle requires 60 pieces and only 59 fit together, the picture puzzle is still incomplete. In some sense, we have all studied and contemplated the pieces of the many puzzles of life. The puzzles of science, philosophy, religion, politics, academia, medicine, psychiatry, and the vast puzzle of the human mind had failed to complete the entire picture. In many ways, we are all seekers. We seek happiness, love, friends, success, eternal life, and God. Now, the question always arises, where do you seek? How do you seek? And how do you know? I have looked everywhere for the pieces of the puzzle. I always thought someone, somewhere, must know something. But it was only when I stopped looking, stopped seeking, and made the decision to study myself, get acquainted with knowing myself, and being myself, that the pieces of the puzzle begin to fit into the colossal picture of something that is mind-boggling and magnificent. I realized that I, as myself, was part of the puzzle. Without knowing myself, the puzzles never could make sense. In essence, the self is the missing and final piece to the puzzle of life. To end the mental chaos, to be happy, to experience serenity, and to enter the eternal spiritual realities of utter magnificence of the Creator, you must know and be yourself. I do not have answers for anyone. I have no magic formula for you to follow. I cannot say the way to self-realization is this way or that way. But I have come to understand that every individual must find his or her own way into the eternal realities. I do know for certain that the way into the eternal spiritual realities is through and within the self. Yes, through the self, within the self. I know that I do not have answers for any one person, but I do know where to look and where to find answers to the questions being asked. You do not have to go anywhere or do anything. The answers to all the life questions are within the self. You must recognize and realize that which you already know and are. You must take the journey of spirituality to self-realization and God consciousness yourself. No one can take the journey for you. You, yourself, are the mystery, the way, and the final piece to the puzzle of life. The way to higher states of being and consciousness are all within you. There is a sharp demarcation between the message and the messenger. The message may be of value to the spiritual seeker. The messenger is not. I am not different from any other human being. I am no better and no worse than anyone else. I belong to the brotherhood of life, and I too am the spiritual seeker on the endless journey of eternity. My hope is that this message may be of some value to the spiritual seeker, no matter his or her religion, race, or gender. I do know God is. And I also know that every living thing is special and that God has no chosen favorite. The spiritual journey is for every individual and certainly not limited to one religion or particular faith.